Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I picked up a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, and that's my wife's 2013 Jeep Rubicon. We're going to do a very quick build series on this Jeep. We have a lift kit, we got fender deletes, inner fenders, light bars, a wrap that we're going to do. We have light bar brackets, we got a radio, we got backup cameras, we have side mirrors. Basically, I'm just going to do a part one to whatever, but this is my daily driver now because I sold my Ram 2500, and so I have to basically be able to still drive it daily while also trying to do this build. So like the lift kit has to be done on Saturday and be ready for the alignment shop on Sunday, and then hope they can get me in. But so basically, for today, I'm going to rip these fenders off. I'm going to rip those rock guards off, and I'm going to prep it as much as I can to get it ready to be wrapped. A company has reached out and is wanting us to have this Jeep wrapped and ready for their vinyl drop and or their new color drop. And so this Jeep is a little plain. So basically, we're going to work with a couple other companies, and we're going to change the whole look of this Jeep super quick, so stay tuned. We got the front fenders off. So this is what it looks like without the front fenders. So basically, out of both fenders, that's how many bolts came out. So it's these plastic tabs, which I did break more on the passenger side than I did the driver's side. So basically, I was told you could just grab the fender and rip it off once you have some of the bolts removed. So you have a 10 millimeter there, there. I think there's 4 there, and maybe this one too. That one I think that one's one of the push pins, and then the rest is just some of the bolts. And then your wire connector. Really, it kind of just completely comes off. I see why you can't save the fender. So you are left with this bracket, which you will have to cut. Let me show you my wife's. There it is. You can see that hers has been cut. And so I will have to cut mine. So this lift kit that's on the Jeep right now, you can see the shock spacers and the coil spacers down there. The Jeep is supposedly straight-ish, and it has really bad bump steer at the moment. And I put that steering stabilizer on it, and it still has really bad bump steer. So that's why I'm just going ahead and I'm doing the 3.5-inch rough country lift with the control arm drops. So it will be the same lift that I have put on my wife's, and it has that control arm drop that this one does not have, even though these two Jeeps sit at the same height. So it has a 3.5-inch lift, 35s, but it has a super cheap lift. It has like a $200 spacer lift, while this one actually has the coils that one does not, but it will. So now I'm going to try to figure out how to get this back fender off. You can see I just bought it, but a back fender needs to come off, and then I'm probably going to try to do a bumper chop, maybe. I've learned my lesson on trying to keep factory parts, that you should keep them. So when you go to sell it, you don't lose thousands of dollars like I have. So her wheels are offset a lot more than mine, but you're not going to have any fenders. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think this should probably just be pretty basic. Gonna move the inner fender on this one and then see about pulling this out. So I got this rear fender off, and this rear fender was a lot harder to get off than the front. So basically I broke 5 tabs that went around here. I did pull a couple of those push pins. I think there's 2. It looks like it might have been 4. Well, that might have been why I partially broke it. So there's 4 of those, and then those push clips, or those clips, and I did break There's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I broke 4. So there's 3 of the fenders, and I still have that rear fender to do. But that's how it's coming. So we now have all 4 fenders off. I basically broke all the tabs on this one. I wanted to say that this push pin is actually holding the axle vent line. So I just left that in, and I left that one to match it. But that is what this looks like. So overall, that was pretty easy. Now, my wife came out and said it looks like a toy Jeep. I said, great, that's always what I wanted. But, I mean, if you're looking for a far offset, you got one really easily. I'm going to cut this bracket maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight. I think I'm going to work on trying to remove those rot guards. But, I mean, getting it a lot closer to wrapping it, I have to decide if I'm removing my factory stickers. I got to decide if I'm removing that. I know my door panels have to come off. Have to decide what I'm doing with this bumper now because, well, that's silly. So I might look a little bit more into the bumper chop and see what that actually means. But there we go. So I think I'm going to try to go ahead and remove these rot sliders. Here we have it. The driver's side and the passenger side no longer has rot guards. They're on the ground, and all of the fenders and the front bumper. So thank you guys so very much for watching. This might have helped somebody just know a little bit about, taking them off, just watching somebody else. Again, like I said, this is part 1. We have many more parts to take off and put back on. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.